just like a what Naima's been up to, what I've been doing. But hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since I have gotten on here, talked, shared, and made a video. I have just been really enjoying being in school, being in a new environment. It's been exploring other parts of my creativity and like seeing how I can like express myself in different ways. I feel like I've always kind of been like that since I was like younger. Like I would always start something and like do it for a minute and then kind of like move on from it. And I haven't had anything like, I've had themes of types of creativity that I've liked throughout the years and stuff like that, but I think when it comes to trying different things, I'm like now in this space where I feel confident and comfortable enough to like try different ways of expressing myself. And honestly, I feel like I've been like putting my creativity into like decorating my home, school, and like other forms of like media and stuff like that. But I think that now I just feel energized and I want to come back. I want to record videos. I don't know how I really want my videos to be. I definitely want just more, I don't know, like I want something different, and I want to just express my creativity in a different way in my videos. But also I love to just like talk about topics, answer questions, and like, you know, just share my life as well. But throughout the last, I don't even know, like the last time I really posted or like talked through a video, I think the last two videos I posted, it was just kind of like music and like clips, and I like that. I have to kind of figure out my niche when it comes to that, and just like how I want to have it in a longer format, and also just being more intentional with the types of shots that I get. But I feel like everything is like you learn as you do, and I've really just been like focusing on being in school and that, which has been such a great and like blessing experience. I have always like wanted to go to like an art, design, fashion, like just a creative school. When I was in high school, I initially wanted to like go to a creative school, but I didn't go directly. I went to Mizzou, and I'm grateful for my experience at Mizzou too. Like I decided to go to Mizzou, and I think that everything happens for a reason. But like now being in my master's program and about to like finish up, it's like everything happens for a reason. I can see why like I went through where I went through to kind of like get to where I am now. So I'm just really grateful because it went by so fast, and I'm really grateful for the experiences. I'm grateful for the people that I've met. I'm grateful for everything that I've learned. I've just learned so much, and it's really interesting just having a new like learning about like something new, and then like being able to kind of just like dive into that and like explore all of that, which is something that I feel like I didn't really get the chance to do in undergrad. Like I enjoyed marketing, and I think that I definitely learned so much from like my undergrad experience, and also work experience too. But I think like throughout this master's program, I've just been able to learn more about like a specific industry, its heritage, its like operations, and just kind of like the whole like ecosystem of that. And that's been really cool. And I've also just been able to learn about other industries or like other communities that are adjacent to what I'm studying. So that has been really cool. And also I've just been able to just like consume so much like knowledge, material, and just like things that has been cool. But I think that I'm going to be more consistent with picking up my camera and just sharing. I think that when you are in a space that is like a transitional space in your life, and you are kind of changing from like who you like used to be, and like who you like the way that you just like traditionally had done things, and then when you kind of step into something new, it kind of like just forces you to like reflect and like think about everything that has happened, think about everything that is happening now, and think about everything that's happening in the future. But I think that I always kind of have these really like moments where I like retreat and I take some time to just like really like, you know, get into myself. And I feel like since starting grad school, or even just like pursuing grad school and like changing the like, not, I don't even want to say changing, because I didn't really have like a set in stone plan that I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that, I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that. Like I had an idea of things that I wanted to do, and of course I have my own timeline, but like at the end of the day, like God takes us on the journey that we're supposed to go on. So I am just like really grateful, because I feel like the last 2 years I've been just really into myself in a completely different way that I have been before. And I think like being able to just slow down, have a moment, reconnect with myself, and like reconnect with like my like inner self, and like really just kind of like blooming and continuing to bloom into who I am has just been a very like beautiful experience for me. So I feel like now I'm in a space where I am like such like at a peace that's like everything just really flows, and it's just like boom. I have just been taking the springtime to really like spring clean, like literally, and like literally like it's just like, you know, really like spring clean, really just like move out old things, just like really, you know, like really just clean house. And I was really intentional about that, because I feel like every time I go through a what the world will see it as like a big moment, in like a pivotal moment in my life, I really like to like I feel like now I like to like slow down in those moments and like really appreciate them. So for the last year and a half since I've been in school, I've been like moving. And of course I've taken my time to like be steady and be at peace and at pace in that too. But before going back to school and moving away, I was just at a very like steady pace, and I had slowed down so much and just really took some time to like retreat in, really like dig deep, figure out what was like next, like reconnect with myself, like do what I need to do. And then now I feel like I'm going through that again, but like in a different way, because I feel like I'm preparing, you know, to like make this transition. Like I've been in school for a year and a half, and it has been like a routine, and I think that I'm not afraid of like what's coming next, you know, stuff like that. But I think that I just want to be present like the most thing is like I just want to be present, and I want to be like very just in the moment. But I've just been really enjoying, you know, experiencing like living on my own, being back in school, being in a master's program, living in a new city. You know, that's like, these are things to like navigate, and they're good things. I'm super blessed, like I'm very grateful. But I think that for me in these moments, I just have to be like really in tune and like really like just appreciating it and taking it all in. Life moves really fast, and you can really just be moving, and then you can like just really miss what's in front of you, and I don't really want to do that. I really just want to be present, and it's really hard to stay present. It's really hard to like take the moment to like slow down and like reset, because we live in such a fast-paced world. Everything is like let's go, let's go, let's go, and like instant gratification. And you gotta take a moment to just reset, relax. But I went to Camp Flog, which was, this is what the shirt that I have on right now. And like, just side bit, like I was so happy going to Camp Flog because I haven't wanted to go since I was in high school. Like, it was like I have wanted to go since I was in high school, and I feel like every year it was just like, okay, like I want to go, like, you know, want to go. And when I went, it was just like so good. Like, I just had such a great time. It was so fun, and I feel like I'm happy that I went when I did, because it just made me so happy. So going to grad school, being in my program, and then also just having a like passion for creativity, fashion, and just like that environment really just made going to school 10 times easier. Like, don't get me wrong, now I had some times where I'm like, oh my god, this is a lot. Like, I got projects due back to back, like things are moving, but it was just still so rewarding, and I'm so happy and grateful that I had this opportunity. It's like I've been able to meet such amazing people, such creative people, and I've also just been able to really just hone in on like who I am, and like, you know, what type of skills that I have, and like what like drives me, and like what I'm passionate about and stuff like that. So that's been great. I'm gonna miss school. I feel like I'm leaving, I'm just like kind of getting in the groove, but you know, like everything happens for a reason. This is not the end of my journey, and I have some good things lined up. Now living on my own has been also just so peaceful. It's a different level of peace. It's also a different level of just like being too. Sorry, it's loud. But it's also just like, you know, it's different, and it's really like, sometimes it could be like really like great. Like, I'll be coming home and I'm like, I don't have to talk to nobody if I don't want to. I can literally like, first of all, I can literally like have the music however I want to. I can watch whatever I want to do. I can just like wake up and not speak at all. I can wake up and I can like just do what I want to do. It's my space. I can create the space how I want to. Like, it's just my space, and that is a great thing. I'm so grateful for, you know. And then sometimes it's like I'm by myself, but then that's when you gotta retreat and you gotta be like, nah, you know, like I just live here by myself. My best friend literally, one of my best friends literally lives next door. I have a plethora of friends, so it's good. Like, I'm really grateful, but I can also see how people can sometimes be lonely living by themselves. And this is my first time living by myself. So I've been making my own art for my home, which has been so like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just been so like it's just so nice. And typically when I make my art, I just like, when I get in the mood to create, then I create. I don't force myself to create, but like when I get in the mood to create, like I create, and then it's just like, it just flows out of me. And then like sometimes like I can start with some idea I think that I want to do, and then I end up like changing it in the middle, or then I end up changing it again. But I just allow myself to create when I have that urge to create. I don't really force myself to create. And I think that's another reason why I probably haven't picked up my cameras, because I just haven't had the urge to like create with my camera. I've still been taking photos and stuff like that, but like rarely that. Like I just haven't had the urge to like pick up my camera. It's probably because I've been picking up my paintbrushes, and I got 2 large canvases, which was like yeah, one day like I was like I just want to get some stuff that I just want to create. And I don't know if like y'all feel like that with like creativity and stuff like that too, but like sometimes I just get the urge and I'm just like I just want to do something. And I had kind of already knew that I wanted to like paint some bigger canvases. So I went to Michael's, and like I had like, they were having like a good like deal on paint stuff, and I was just like, this is literally like meant to be. I think that has been one thing that has been very like changing for me, is like really painting and like doing that. This last one that I did, I'm really proud of, and I just feel like it really just like spoke to me in a different way, and just like really helped me just like release some emotions that I feel like I had like pent up. So but you know what, now I feel like I could do what I've been listening to lately. So first of all, why did I get so excited? This right here, The Lo-Fis is such a good album. So I have been listening to The Lo-Fis like every day. It is kind of like it's kind of like my just like throw on album. Like when I don't really know what I want to listen to, I just put on Lo-Fis, because it's just like chef's kiss. And I really wasn't like I was like listening to some of it, but like one day I was just like, let me just listen to the whole thing, because I had always heard like, I was always like on you in front of me. Like those are the only 2 songs, and Jars of It, those are like the only 3 songs like I really would listen to. But one day I was just like, let me just listen to the whole thing. It was like last year, and then lately I just been replaying it, and I'm like, yeah. So like that's one album that has been on repeat. You know, it's a good album that like didn't really get enough recognition, or just like I don't know if people really was up on it. It's Majia Jordan, Good People. This is a really like, this is so that has also been something that's been played. Now I have been, this week alone, I've been listening to Heaven Knows by Pink Panthers, and I like this album a lot too. I like Mosquito, Feel Complete, Blue, Boy's a Liar 2 is on here, Another Life is good, Nice to Meet You. Like this is a good album too. Another good album by her is of course To Hell With It, and I don't know why is it good in focus. Yeah, To Hell With It. And I'm not gonna say no skip, but I'm gonna say no skip. Like I like every song on here. But the thing about it is she dropped one with the remixes, and Sango did I Must Apologize remix, and like this is like my This, like, the sun is out, the vibes are there, my like sunroof is open, my windows are down, I have my sunglasses. Like, that is a song. I love it. It's just that's going platinum in my car. I would let you know that. I'm not gonna lie, I've been on Pink Pinterest a little since like last year, a little bit, but like now I'm like, sis got some bangers. And then this song with her and Willow is really good as well. Where Are You? So I like that. And I've just been listening to my girl Kali Uchis like all the time. I will say now, I will say she is one of my favorite artists. She's one of my favorite artists. Every time she drops something, I'm tuned in. This, and one thing about her, she's gonna sing in Spanish and I'm gonna listen to it in Spanish, and then I'm gonna figure out what the translate is, and then I'm gonna learn how to sing it in Spanish. But okay, Tornado remix Young, Rich and in Love. Y'all please listen to that song. But y'all already know my favorite album by her is Red Moon and Venus. And let's just take a moment and talk about Red Moon and Venus. And I love Red Moon and Venus because it came out in 2023. And I forgot that it was coming out, but it came out, and I feel like that time in my life, like I was just like really like just going through an internal change. And just like, I feel like I was getting like, I felt like it was just like the really like thing about romance, thinking about love, thinking about just like life, just like everything. And also just being like 23 and just like, I don't know, like I just feel like that album, it's just such a good album, and I feel like I really love every song on that album because it just shows a different component of like love and romance that like it's so complex. But I think my favorite, like I will listen to this album straight through. Like it's a no skip for me. I don't think it's a bad song on here. I think it is like one of her greatest albums. And then my next favorite album after that is of course Isolation. Like, Gotta Get Up interlude, dead to me, but the acoustic version on SoundCloud, yeah, y'all. After the Storm. So I like Kali Uchis, and then like, ooh, Only Girl. And I think that she just really like, she just, it's her music. Like I feel her music so bad. Like I feel her music so bad. To Feel Alive EP, like still goes platinum in my car, on my speaker, on my TV, YouTube, like every time. So I'm not gonna lie, my favorites like right now, two, Sahin. Like, yeah, like On Film, Anaconda Living, 1095 Osborne Street. Like, this is the album. That's the album. Like, but another good EP that like I love to listen to is Getaway. Only a few know about this, but if you know, you know, you know. Like 6 songs. I love music. I haven't made a playlist in like a long time, like intentionally like made a playlist. I think the last one that I made was, and I haven't like released it on my playlists either. I used to like love making playlists and putting them on Apple Music to share with people and stuff like that. But I just have been just like listening to albums as albums more and not really listening to playlists. And like I have been really appreciating like listening to an album, and like it's a thorough album. Like it's like, so I have been like doing that. But the list that I made is You and the Guitar, and I may make this live, but it's just kind of like real rock R&B. Like I don't even know how to like to explain it, but like it's like rock alternative music, but like like R&B music. Like men are crying about their girlfriends on these songs, and like they're talking about love, and like I love it. And it's over a guitar. I don't even know what type of guitar, but it's over a guitar. So I think some of the songs that somebody that I'm gonna put y'all on to, because I do be gatekeeping sometimes. Like I do be gatekeeping, or I'll subtly post something, or I'll only share something I'm like. But it's this one guy, his name is Kid Moon, and I love this song called Sunseeker by him. It was my favorite song to listen to last summer. Like it was just so beautiful, but I love it. I like a lot of his songs, but I may share this playlist because it's a good playlist. I feel like for people who like are open to different genres of music, I think it's really important to just be open to like different genres of anything. And like now, as I've been getting older, I've really been loving just like different ways of consuming music. Like I feel like sometimes you can get very narrow in the types of music that you listen to, and you have to expand your horizon with like anything. So I've been loving to just like listen to different types of music and different people too that I haven't traditionally been exposed to. But I've been finding some new artists which have been great. But yeah, those are like the things like I'm really listening to right now. I also have been listening to Igor by Tyler the Creator more, and I'm like, this was a good album. Of course I knew it was a good album when it came out, but it's like going back and listening to it was like, wait, no, like this is a really good album. And I think like growing up, I love that like Frank Ocean, Tyler the Creator, and like other artists like Kali Uchis are getting more like recognition and stuff like that, because I feel like even Cardi, like they just really like created different avenues in music, especially for just for like they just created different avenues for music, and I really love that. Like I really love like people stepping out of like traditional creativity or like something that's the norm, and like doing stuff that people are almost like, why would you do that? Like that's not who you are, and like not conforming to no box. And I was listening to Wolf by Tyler the Creator one day, and I was just like, him making this was just like it really resonated with a couple of people at that time. And it was just like, you had to get it. Like you really had to be there. That's how I kind of felt about like Frank Ocean. Like I just feel like when I was like first listening to Frank Ocean, I was like so young, like literally in like 6th grade, 7th grade. It's like, but then it's just like this music still hits to this day. Like I still listen to Channel Orange. Like 2023, 2024, I was listening to Channel Orange like all the time. Now I've honestly been listening to more Blonde. Like I feel like I'm getting back into like listening to Blonde again. And I would hope Frank Ocean come out with some music soon. But also like I wouldn't be mad. Like him and Solange, like I wouldn't be mad if they stopped making music, because like they have made like good music. Like even Beyonce, like they have made good music. Like Kelly Uchis, like she has made good music. Like I can play these albums back to back, they still hit. But also would recommend, which was just such a good, I feel like you have to have a coming of age album. Like I feel like everybody needs coming of age albums. Hypnos by Raven Lene. I feel like this is one of my coming of age albums. Like, y'all ever got an album, it's just like you listen to the album, it's like you're like, I love this album because it just like, that's how I feel about Red Moon and Venus. Like Red Moon and Venus, Hypnos, Channel Orange, like these are like albums that's just like, you just gotta be there. You got to be there. Yeah, like I just feel like you gotta have those albums that are like your albums that you like love to listen to, and they just like remind you of a certain moment of your life and just a certain transition in your life. Like that's good. But maybe I just am so deep when it comes to music. But I feel like people like love music on like a surface level, and then I feel like it's people who like they love music. I feel like I love like the lyrics. I do love the actual like music behind it, but I think too I love the lyrics, and I just love how people are so like just open in with their like life, their emotions, like the good things, the bad things in music, and you can just like relate to it. And it's like over a good like, me and my friends, we have this like joke about Facebook story on Blonde, because it's just, he literally was like, go touch grass, and she was like, no, add me on Facebook. Like you're cheating on me if you don't want to add me on Facebook. And for Frank Ocean to put that in a album in 2016 is just like he knew, like that was really the vibes. That was crazy. Trinata, I'm really happy he's getting his flowers. I'm really happy he's coming up. But if you really want to listen to him like OG K Trinata, I feel like Bubba. Like I remember when this first dropped in 2019. I remember when this first dropped, I was working at my own campus job, and like I was listening to music all day there. Like I was like entering things like in the computer and stuff like that, and this came out, and I was like always like a Be Your Girl, like just wanna be like, that was me and my friends' high school. Like that was our high school like anthem. Like every time we got in the car in the summertime, we were driving to go shopping and something like that, we were always playing Be Your Girl by K Trinata. Like we loved that song down in high school. So I always kind of liked K Trinata. I always was following him, and I was like, yeah. And like Intimidated, with him and her, like great. Share with y'all some things that I have been also watching. Another thing that I've been really enjoying too is interior design. Like I feel like I've always liked interior design. I started with Architectural Digest, Refinery 29, My Sweet Digs, and House and Garden in the pandemic. Those are like my 3 interior design like channels. Like YouTube, like every time like I was watching House and Garden kind of gave me like more eclectic, like eccentric type of vibes. Architectural Digest, of course, is like kind of a little bit more elevated, like celebrity, like luxury. And then like Refinery 29, My Sweet Digs, that was my holy grail during the pandemic. So those are kind of like my baseline like interior design kind of show like channels that I watched on YouTube. But later into this other channel called Never Too Small. I've also been into Homeworthy. I've also been, yeah, Never Too Small and Homeworthy and Stacked House. Those have been like my 3 new things that I've been watching. I love those on YouTube. If you're into interior design, if you like want some inspiration for like home decor and like decorating your home and things of that nature, I would watch these. So Never Too Small I love is because I live in like a small like studio apartment, and it's not small, so but it's only like 600 square feet I think. So I really want to maximize my space, and I also don't want my space to feel like it's cluttered. I want it to feel open and airy. So like that's another reason why I got the furniture that I have, because I wanted like low furniture that didn't take up too much like space, and it still was like open, so it could feel like open in here. But I love watching Never Too Small because they give me a lot of cool ideas just on how to store things, what type of like, you know, like it's just really cool. And I love how they have taken really small spaces from across the world and made them into these cool like mini apartments. Homeworthy is really cool too because it's like longer form video, so like there'll be like 45 minutes to an hour. The people really go into depth in their home. Each home is completely different because it's just like people who have these really beautiful homes and apartments, and I love that they go into depth with them, and like the design, and like they show where they got things from, and like you just really get inspired, and you start to think about different ways that you can decorate your home and like different ways that you can get furniture. And then Stacked House is like really like architectural, but like still kind of like design, but it's mainly architectural based, and you just like kind of learn just about different like ways that people have created these homes and built these homes. There's a lot of architects and stuff on there, which I love. So those are the 3 things that I also been watching on YouTube. Outside, I also watch 60 Minutes. And if you are, I am nerdy. Like I've been coming to the terms like I'm a nerd, and it's like there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. I think everybody has a little like interest they have, but I love watching 60 Minutes because I feel like they have like really good like untraditional stories. Sometimes they can get like real political, and I just be like, I'm cool on that. But other times they have like really interesting stories about different people, or like the like nature and just like interesting places around the world. So I'll watch those. And yeah, I think that those are some things that I've been watching. I love Michael B. Beckwith's podcast, Take Back Your Mind. It's a really good podcast. If you're into like podcasts and like wellness and spirituality, though, that's a really good podcast that I've been listening to. But another thing that I've also been into watching is like the Met and the Art Institute of Chicago. They have like exhibition tours, they have like artists in conversation, lectures and talks, and I love watching those things as well. And it's just really interesting to learn about art forms and just like different like iconic art that we already know about, art that we don't know about, but it's just cool watching those type of things and like learning about art and stuff like that as well. But thank you guys again for always coming back to my channel, watching. I have some exciting things coming up, so I will be sure to share those. But it's been so great just catching up, and I really hope you guys continue to come back to my channel. Thank you guys for supporting, and see you soon.